Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Omnifactory. Woohoo! I really wish I had that cheer thing that we had in Interactions. That was really fun. So in the last episode, we worked on this, what is apparently called a Cobbleworks. I just wanted to get all the things from Cobble, and apparently that has a name. Now, one thing that we've added to my right and your left is a lovely kind of semi-automatic clay system. We're going to make that fully automatic momentarily. And then we added, did we have a glass system in the last episode? I don't know. We have glass, and then we have an electrolyzer, which is electrolyzing the clay. We learned about that in the last episode. So we're getting, I believe that's aluminum, sodium, lithium, and something else. I don't know. And then we can also smelt or we can electrolyze glass, so it's going from cobblestone on the top to gravel, then sand, then glass, and then electrolyzing glass for nether quartz. Ooh, it's fantastic. This one, I believe it takes 4 glass to make a nether quartz. And that is, for the most part, I believe, everything that we can make from cobblestone. What was I forgetting? We had lithium. Silicone. Yes, we can make silicone. So right here we have a system which is basically just grabbing water buckets from down below and combining the buckets with sand, but our system kind of gets overloaded a little bit. So let's see if we can do something about that. I believe there's a machine which we can replace to do this process for us. So let's take a quick peek at this again. We're combining dust with a water bucket, but we can also just combine dust with water in a chemical reactor, which is a machine we haven't made yet. So let's get the components necessary for that, and then we can just pipe that to this spot, make sure it has water, and then everything here should be completely automated. And I might even be able to upgrade certain things that I want lots of. Like, I feel like we want lots of sand, and lots of these 4 components. I'm not sure about nether quartz, but we'll just put the upgrades on the spots where we think it necessary. And there we go. This should be everything we need for a chemical bath. Oh, I just made the wrong thing. Is this a quest? Nope. Well, I'm sure we'll need a chemical bath at some point. This is just like Creeta making extras like normal. We have 5 extra cluster mills, for example. This time, I think we're good to go. What are we missing? Oh, we just needed some LV hulls. No problem. 1, 2. There is our chemical reactors. And while we're at it, we're going to get some extractors. So some fluid extractors. This will turn things into fluid. Very key. Don't get the normal extractor. You need the fluid extractor. I don't think the standard extractor is super important. I'm also going to grab some fluid solidifiers. These are going to give us access to a whole bunch of new things. And there we go, LV chemical reactor, and we should be seeing fluid extractor done. And where's the solidifier? Ah, you need molds, so let's get 2 empty shapes, and apparently a block one as well. What do you need? A whole bunch of steel plates. Don't worry, we have those in abundance. Toss those in there. 1, 2. Beautiful. And what's the other one we need? We need the block mold. So we just have to find that block mold right there. Beautiful. Ta-da! And that should be our molds complete, along with the fluid solidifier. Yay! So let's take our chemical reactor for right now. Oh, yay. I like more stuff. We're going to grab our chemical reactor and replace that system right there. Also obsidian, nice. So this is the fellow that we want to replace. And we're almost there with all of our tools for mending. Mending books have been a fantastic thing for us. And that'll just continue moving forward. We just need more mending books. Do you need mending books? Probably not. Creeta just loves them, so ignore that. So right here we have our chemical reactor, and we're going to hook up the dust going into here along with water, and it should just be fantastic moving from there. We already have pipes moving out from it, so things should be good. So let's see. So we already have a water system going to this tank right here. I think we can keep the tank. And then we just need to probably get that guy set up. Step 1 is make sure that we have water coming out of this spot, and it should be just be going into our chemical reactor. Beautiful. The next step is make sure it has energy. I thought I would have it already getting energies, but I guess we just have to set that up as well. The next step is, whoop, I don't need that set there. Extra conduits all over the place are unnecessary. Hey, It's really easy to click around in the wrong spots. Always active. The insert on this should be dust, and then everything else should have filters, so we should be in good shape. Yep, everything has filters, so right here we have dust blocks going in there along with our water. Excellent, that makes us very happy. The next bit is we just need to provide it power, which I think we're going to be snaking it in behind right here. So under that, you can see on the top left it says facade. That's because we already have some power going to it. We just need to go grab some more conductive cable, and things should be in good order. On this chest, please. Thank you. Not opening up our satchel would be preferable. And just like that, we should have energy, and this fellow will be making clay. Now, our system is fully saturated with clay. In fact, where did all the stuff go? Is this guy still full? Did we break this and lose stuff? I don't know. I don't entirely know what happened to all the clay. That's okay. And I believe that if we take stuff out, so if we take out clay from this location, it should pull out automatically and fill this guy up until he's full, which is 2,048 blocks. So I can shove that back in there and probably just do away with that clay. And now our system is fully automated. Ah, so good. So good. Fantastic. I like it. Now, let's find the next thing. Now, I was wandering around earlier, just sort of checking in on things. Now, keep in mind, we are on a server, and we're accompanied by a friend of ours named Brim. And Brim looks like he's left us a gift. A gift! You know, you can craft mending, right? From Brim. Ooh, look at all this stuff. What's this? Pulsating polymer clay. I think we might actually be making this in this episode. So we're not going to grab the pulsating polymer clay quite yet, but I think that's going to be super useful for deep mob learning, which if you look up here, we will be doing this episode. But he's also left us some mending books, which I think he's crafted himself, which is something that we're relatively close to, but we can't do quite yet. Now, I'm going to consider this an acceptable gift. I don't want him giving us anything that is game-breaking, but I've already demonstrated that we have access to these books thanks to our fantastic fishing system. Look at all these books. Oh, good books. These are actually bad books, but they look pretty. We also have books on books on books on books. And we can always enchant things as we like. In fact, I just enchanted this fantastic sword, and it has Insight 3 along with EXP 3 and Sweeping Edge. So that's a good experience boosting sword. And these mending books are definitely going to be very, very welcome. So thank you, Brim. We're going to have to find a suitable gift. I'm thinking fish and chips, which we just found is a fantastic food. Way better than the potatoes we were eating in the last episode. So we might leave this for him. I think that's a good idea. Let's get him some gifts. So I think a good gift for Brim would be some nice looking blocks. I'm thinking just toss in some of these, get some factory blocks. Oh, that's a lot of factory blocks. We're also going to give him some paper walls in case he wants to look all fancy like. But we can just fill this chest up with some factory blocks, and I know he has a chisel, so he can make this into all sorts of things like fans and yellow black caution strips, all sorts of good things. We're also getting him some fish and chips and the Holy Rod of Antioch. Let's see, can we just grab the rest of that? Hello? Grab rest, please. Thank you. We're going to toss that stuff into our storage system. And I think we'll just pick this up using one of our fantastic chest mover doohickeys. Like so. And we have a sign, an extra chest. Let's go see how Brim is doing. I believe that our void location is over yonder. So we're going to go and see how he's doing. I don't know if he's set up too much more in the void. He's been working really hard at work where, well, we have not been doing that. So thank you, Brim, for the fantastic gift. Let's take a look. Where's the cake? Uh-oh. Well, good thing is we should be able to grab a new cake. Detect, please. Thank you. Void cake, claim. We can always do that, which is so fantastic. We're going to put it this time in this location. And yeah, it looks like he's set up a few machines over there, but we're going to leave him a nice little present. And hopefully he likes it. I don't know what food he's eating lately, so that might be his favorite part of this. Perfect. Thank you for mending. Thanks for mending. Thanks. Gift in return. Make pretty. Make your base pretty, Brim. I know you can do it. Make base pretty? Heart Creeta. Brim. I truly enjoy having you here, Brim, so thank you very much. Now, on to what he encouraged us to do, which is probably deep mob learning. The first part of deep mob learning involves combining coal dust with string for some particular reason. We're going to be getting carbon mesh. Carbon mesh will be able to put in an alloy smelter to make pulsating mesh. So basically lots of alloy smelting. We're going to grab our first carbon meshes right here. I think 4 is a good spot to start if we can just get it. Beautiful. And then I already forgot what we're combining that with. Our fantastic and amazing pulsating dust. Perfect. We'll just toss that in another alloy smelter. And this is going to give us this pulsating mesh, which is apparently critical for this part of the process. I believe we'll be using the pulsating mesh to make things in deep mob learning. Might have already seen that right there and right here. While we get ready for that, it looks like we need to get some LV machine hulls and some dark steel plates. I did go ahead and pre-make some dark steel. It looks like that was just some steel, which we know how to make with obsidian, which I guess explains the whole obsidian quest. And then we just made the fantastic dark steel plates, and we're going to toss those in here for a lovely time. Can we LV machine hull? Perfect. And toss this around here. And this is going to be our dark steel machine hull. By now we should have some pulsating meshes. Fantastic. And quest complete. Ta-da! And now we just need to make a simulation chamber. To make that simulation chamber, I believe we just need some circuits. More circuits than that, please. Alright, more circuits time. There we go. And we'll dedicate this work table to deep mob learning. So here's a simulation chamber. We're just going to slap that down and take a look at that. So please insert a data module to begin the simulation. Let's read the quest as well. Simulated mods can even be used to provide you with many basic resources such as iron, gold, tin, copper, diamonds. Ooh. And although it requires a fairly substantial amount of power and the time invested before you start seeing solid results. Okay. Setting up deep mob automation. Ooh, I like automation. During the early game is very important as it gives you access to infinite quantities of many resources. An important thing to know is these are sided, thus they only accept pristine matter through the top and output through all other sides. It's worth noting that you can also extract models through the top side. Okay. Yes, you can use this for generating power with diamonds. Power with diamonds? What do you mean? Let's see. Gear working die? No. Lapidary? Ooh. Numismatic. Alright, we're getting distracted. We have to get this thing set up and fully operational. It looks like we need some more data models. So let's take a quick peek at that. We just need some fine gold wire, electrical steel plates, and funny enough, we should have some of that stuff somewhat ready. Let's grab that, toss that in there. We just need more of these. Beautiful. And I believe we need a few of these, so I'm just going to grab, you know, a few. That's a pretty good starting point. Why couldn't I make another one? Beautiful. Now, how do these things work? I wanted to say that there was some, like, learner thingamabobber. Let's take a look and see at Deep Mob Learning. Creative Model Learner. No, that's not it. Wasn't there a way... Deep Learner. Ah. So if we want, we can sort of attack mobs, and this will level up. That's one way of doing it. But I think that this mod pack also allows you to just sort of craft one. So if we want a zombie data model, which might be the next one. Oh, we need overworld matter first. How do we get that? We need to put it in a simulation chamber with one of these dudes. Okay. Well, I want to say that the zombie stuff is going to be useful. Yeah, we can get iron, potatoes. Oh, that's nice. All sorts of good stuff. So let's just go with a zombie one for starters and see if we can get that hooked up. Toss that in. No, we need to craft it, right? Crafty, crafty. Like so. I'm just going to make one of these. I think it's a future quest. And we should be in good shape. And then this fellow is going to need power, so we're going to shift-click right there so that we don't mine it all haphazardly. Yes, we did upgrade our power. And we're going to hook it up to our power and toss in a zombie model. Missing polymer medium. Now, the polymer medium, we already took a look a little bit earlier. I believe we have to take our fantastic pulsating dust, and we're going to alloy smelt it along with some clay. Thankfully, we have clay pretty much fully automated. So if I understand it correctly, we will need to automate the creation of the clay, the polymer clay. But for right now, this will work out nicely. Now, Brim did gift us some, and we can demonstrate that we are able to make it ourselves. Now, momentarily, this will go into our slot right here, and I have this set up so that all of the resources go here. So we can take our pulsating polymer clay, go down here, and toss it in here. Now, if this is fully operational the way I believe it is, this is now operating as well as it can. It apparently will drain 64 RF per tick, and it will now be simulating the fighting of zombies. So here is our overworldly and matter, and occasionally, if we shift here, how does this work? Pristine chance is 5, and this will slowly level up. So right now its tier is basic, and after a while, this will level up to pristine, I believe. So there's faulty, it's now basic, and it'll get progressively better, and we'll get more chances at getting pristine zombie matter. So self-aware has 30%, basic 5, advanced 10, superior 20, and again self-aware 30. So yeah, we just have to figure out how to get this thing automated, but we already have a little bit of overworldly and matter, and I think that is fantastic. Now we're going to give it a little bit more pulsating clay. That looks like it takes some time to create, and we might even want to automate the creation of this at some juncture, but right now I don't think it's quite in our capabilities. But it is in our capabilities to allow these guys to just go full and operational, so I like it a lot. A short time later, it looks like we have gotten our first pristine zombie matters, and we can also see that our data collected is 18 out of 50, so that'll slowly advance towards the next tier. Personally, I'm kind of inclined to go kill some myself, so I might want to make this deep learner. Isn't that right, Kitty? Where'd you go? I hear you, but I don't see you, Kitty. Now, we would have to make our own scanner and then just sort of set up a system for that. Is that a thing we want to do? You betcha. Is it a thing that you want to do? Probably not. So, just indulge. Now, personally, I'm going to be making an extra scanner. Again, this entire thing is probably unnecessary. I just want to kind of play around with making all this stuff, and it makes my brain happy. So we're not going to be using our scanner. We're making a new one. It's a little bit expensive. That's okay. Not too worried about it right now. I'm going to toss all that stuff back in there. Now, let's test this out. If I go kill a skeleton, is that going to automatically turn this model into a skeleton doohickey? I don't know. Let's go find out together. And it should be a good time. Do I have to put it in here? Ooh, I might have to. Ooh, I can't put it in manually. Please insert a data model. Your data models will collect data when they're placed in there. You must deliver the killing blow. Okay, I think we can achieve that. There should be a whole bunch of skeletons down here already. I don't know if we have to do this ourselves, or I don't know. Let's find out. Otherwise, we can just turn this into a data model with a bone. There's a bone right here. We're finding out together. Yay for learning. So I'm going to slice you guys up. And I don't see it turning into a skeleton model on its own. And I can't seem to place a blank one in here. So we're going to craft that like so. Now this is a skeleton model, and we should be able to put it in here. And it has 0 skeletons defeated. If I slice and slice and dice and slice and whatnot, we're going to put this in our offhand so we can see it at the bottom right down here. As we kill these skeletons, we are seeing that it levels up, which is fantastic. Is this why I made the mob spawner? No. Do you need to do this? No. You can put it in the simulation chamber, and that works quite well on its own. I'm just doing this because it makes my brain happy. Thank you for indulging me. Now let's level this thing up. We're pretty close, just 8 to go, 3 to go, 1 to go, and now it's an advanced tier. We're going to take a peek in here, and if we take a look, it's an advanced stage, so keeping in mind that at advanced, it doubled our chance of a pristine matter to 10%, and yeah, so that's fantastic. I like that. What do we need for all the other data models? So if I wanted a witch one, for example, it looks like I need that overworldian matter along with a glass bottle. And then we could also be leveling up a witch one with this really cool setup that we have here. That is fantastic. I really like that. Again, do we have to? No. But it makes me happy. And since we can, we might as well do that. There's a few other models that I'm sure that we want to make. I don't know if we need to make them right now, but hey, why not? We have access to it, so we're going to do that. So I believe the first one was a witch one. We know we can make that because we have bottles and overworldly and matter. Fantastic. I'm definitely going to level that up myself. Don't have to, but that's okay. And what else does this system suggest? It wants us to make a zombie one. We already have done that, so we can go grab that. And then at some point we need to make a hellish matter. How do we get hellish matter? So blaze spawner, we need, or blaze model, we need this hellish matter, and we need to craft that around netherrack. And for netherrack we can get dust blocks with lava. So that's not too tricky. We could probably do that. Yeah, why not? So we have that spare chemical reactor that we made. This is going to be a temporary setup. Let's just configure this lava tank, which we have convenient. We're going to push the lava down into our chemical reactor, and we're going to toss in our dust, and this is going to make some netherrack for us. So in a moment, we should have the necessary, I believe it was 7. Is it 7? Yeah, it's 7. And then we just need to craft a bunch of overworldian matter around it, which I think I'll need to wait for that in a moment. So let's get that set up. After we grab the zombie model out of here, this will give us the quest. Any moment now. Questy quest. Oh, this is all of them. So this wants us to craft a ton of these. Got it. Well, we can do a few more of these. But I'll probably do this in... No, let's wait for it. So for that quest, we need a creeper data model. We need a spider data model. Now again, cobweb you can either get through this crafting recipe. I happen to find some in the world and use shears. And then the next one we needed, I believe, was a guardian model. And for that we can make prismarine shards just with a little bit of overworldlian matter and nether quartz. Neat. That's pretty easy. Toss that in there. And our fantastic guardian model. And the last one is a little bit tricky. We have to make it with Arothium dust, basically one of the elemental dusts. Now I happen to have fought some blitzes, and we can just toss this into our macerator right like so. And then we're going to craft it with some saltpeter. I had to buy the ore for the saltpeter, which is totally cool. Always okay if you need to. And we're going to make our fantastic, lovely Arothium dust. And with that, we can get our fantastic elemental data model. Quest update? Hey! That's so good. Now, I'm going to level up some of these because I enjoy that. Probably in between episodes, I'll need to make some more simulation chambers. And probably get a whole bunch of this stuff. And look, this guy, haven't leveled him up at all, and he's now advanced, which is so neat. How many are you? Still, data per kill is 1. Later, there's ways to level these guys up faster, but if you have a mob farm that has witches and skeletons, at least those two will be pretty easy. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that is the end of the episode. In this episode, we figured out a little bit of automation, improving on our cobbleworks so that we have automated clay and all sorts of other good stuff. And then we dived into the deep mob learning mod. Now, we're going to have to learn more about this moving forward and how to automate it, including the polymer clay and all that good stuff. But for now, I hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope that you're doing well. So, bye-bye! This has been Creeta playing Omnifactory. Bye-bye-bye-bye!